This is survival living. So give me a second while I make sure everything's working good. I'm having internet issues today. Well, tonight for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on. It says I'm live here, but I'm not getting a feed here, which is weird. So give me a second, guys, while I try to figure this out.
The reason I love using StreamYard, well, that's easy. I
Okay,
can make
well,
me,
that's
Chris
great.
Brogan, I can make a show like.
All right, advertisement. All right, guys, let me check the audio. Okay, we got audio. All right, guys. So, got a couple of articles I do want to cover. First, hello to everyone. I got my stupid light on my head. Um, let me go ahead and pull this up. And of course, we'll cover just about everything as usual. Sorry, we have not been keeping up with our live stream, guys. Just other things have been going on in life. Now, let me pull up this article. Yeah, working with cell phones out in the truck. Good times. It's chilly here. Luckily, there's no major winter storm. Not where I'm at. It does get cold in the northern panhandle, but it's nothing like what other people are facing. Now, if I can get connected. Relaxa Sage Spa, good to see you. Gene W, how's it going? WV, good to see you. All right, where's my article? But I guess I'm no longer live. Sorry, guys. I'm connected to the Wi-Fi, and I think somebody is playing around with the Wi-Fi. So, apologize for that. All right, article. Water leak indicates new damage at Fukushima nuclear plant. Tokyo. This is the AP. So, this is their news article. Cooling water levels have fallen in two reactors at the wrecked Fukushima nuclear plants since a powerful earthquake hit the area last weekend, indicating possible additional damage, the operator said Friday. New damage could further complicate the plant's already difficult decommission process, which is expected to take decades. Tokyo Electric Power Company spokesman, I'm not even going to attempt that name, said the drop in water in levels said that the drop in water levels in the Unit 1 and Number 3 reactors indicates that their existing damage to the primary containment containers have worsened by Saturday's magnitude 7.3 earthquake, allowing more water to leak. And I got advertisements in the way. The leaked water is believed to have remained inside the reactor's building, and there are no signs of any outside impact, he said. Now, this is coming from the same company here, TEPCO, that said that there wasn't anything wrong with the. Here it is. TEPCO originally reported that there is no abnor blah 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 blah. Said there was nothing wrong at the plant back in Saturday's earthquake, but now they're saying that there were some leakage. I don't think they're ever going to give that information out if there was leakage. TEPCO says its storage capacity of 1.37 million tons of water will be full by next summer. That's that water that they are pumping in to keep the reactors cool so we don't have a meltdown. Government panel recommendation that it would be gradually released into the sea has been faced by fierce opposition from local residents, and decision is still pending. I don't like the idea of them dumping nuclear water in the ocean. I don't think that's. I mean, I've seen reports on both sides saying one says it destroy the sea life, destroy the fishing life, the fishing industry for the residential areas. But then I also seen reports saying it's perfectly fine. So I don't know which one you actually could believe on that, guys. I did want to pull that up because one, I thought it was pretty interesting that they're talking about Fukushima again. Now we did cover in one of our earlier videos a couple weeks ago on nuclear power plant meltdowns and what you can do to prepare for that. So if you go check out our playlist, we covered that. It is a actual event that has happened and can happen again. So why not have preparations for it? I didn't see. I'll get back and I didn't see that chat. I saw it pop up. I have to take a look at it. Let's get it on over here. Thought this was interesting though. Alaska woman used an outhouse attacked by bear from below. Talk about a shitty experience. Quote, I got out of there and sat down on the toilet, and immediately something bit my butt right as I sat down, Sharon Stevens said. I know it's not something to laugh at, but yeah, she got bit on the rear end trying to use the bathroom in an outhouse. All right, Anchorage, Alaska. An Alaskan woman had a scare of a lifetime when using an outhouse in a back country, and she was attacked by a bear from below. Her quote, I got out of there. I don't understand that. I got out of there and sat down on the toilet. I mean, she went in there and sat down on the toilet, and immediately something bit my butt right as I sat down. Associated Press on Thursday, I jumped up and I screamed when it happened. All right. Stevens and her brother Eric and his girlfriend had taken snowmobiles into the wilderness February 13th to stay at his yurt, located about 20 miles northwest of Haines in southeast Alaska. Her brother heard the screaming and went to the outhouse. I'm sorry. If you're screaming in the outhouse, I'm not coming in. I figured you might have the hung chow or something. About 150 feet away from the yurt. There, he found Sharon tending to her wound. They at first thought she had been bitten by a squirrel or a mink or something small. I just shut the lid as fast as I could, and I said, There's a bear down there. We got to get out of here now, he said. And we ran back to the yurt as fast as we could. Once safely back inside, they treated Sharon with first aid. They determined it wasn't that serious, but they would head to Haines if it worsened. I guess the bleeding. It was bleeding, but it wasn't super bad, Sharon said. This is an actual report, guys. Okay, I can't make this crap up. The next morning, they found bear tracks all over the property, but the bear had left the area. You could see them across the snow coming up the side of the outhouse. They figure the bear got inside the outhouse through the opening at the bottom of the back door. Um, so, something to take away from the story. If you got to use the bathroom and there's an outhouse, check for bears. One thing I will tell you about outhouses, like up in the mountains and around North Carolina, you want to check for rattlesnakes and copperheads and stuff like that anyway. But, yeah, I hate to laugh, but it is really. So, there was a bear in the outhouse. All right, let me get back in chat, guys. Patriot 3%er, good to see you. Lisa K, how's it going? All right, let me scroll through here. South Florida DCL, always good to see you, brother. All right, these bears are getting frisky. Well, I don't know. I've seen bears eat all kind of stuff. It could have been he was trying to find a place that was not freezing. Could have went down into the bottom part of an outhouse. It's just, wow. Total tell you what, a bear in a hole. Um, Odds are a lot of outhouses I've seen out in the country, they're built up off the ground a little bit so that you can service the crapper, I guess I should say, the septic part that you put in there to collect all your waste. So it's up high enough so when you step into it, you can actually, if you go on the outside, on the backside, you can pull out the pans or whatever to burn it out or whatever. So more than likely, he just got up underneath there and then she sat down on it. But yeah. Tim just got solar and hooked up to grid yesterday. So I'm guessing that is a solar, well, what I call a solar farm. outside your home that you sell back electricity? I like having solar. Van Life Adventures, good to see you. Scan family, how's it going? All right, scrolling through here. We were told to look out for snakes. Yeah, yeah. There's always a lot of snakes up in those outhouses. If you build in where habitat, going to run into bears. Yeah, I mean, if they are the natural wildlife, you are going to be running into stuff like that. I'm trying to think of the name of the movie. I did a video on it back when we first started. I was talking about the dangers of the outdoors, and I think it was dangers of bugging out. And I got hit with the copyright strike. I actually think I deleted the video. I had took footage from the movie Backcountry. I think it was Backcountry, where that bear attacked those people. It's very graphic, and yeah. Try to keep saying I'm live. Says I've got connection. Got connection. So hopefully everybody is still here. Um, no, we lost everybody. Well, that sucks. Okay, I'm here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the internet, guys. Crap happens. All right, so I'm seeing everybody here. Okay, I did see that somebody did send a super chat. I do not know who it was because we lost connection, but I definitely do appreciate that super chat, guys. I'm trying to scroll back and see if I can find some of the old conversation here, but it's not pulling up. But definitely do appreciate that. All right, scrolling through now. So we talked about winter. We did a video on that. People with the snowstorm and power outages and stuff like that. Now, we have shown solar many times. We've shown generators. We've shown the solar generators. We've shown a wind turbine to produce electricity and power. Huh? No, he didn't hit me. Sorry, guys. We got other activity going on. Let me move the tripod. So if you guys would just bear with me right now, unfortunately, that's what happens with live streams. Things change. So, talking about electricity during the wintertime. Like I said, I've had plenty of emails. Lost power, lost them again. Yeah, we got some crappy weather here for some reason. I don't know what's going on with the power, guys. I don't know what's going on with the Wi-Fi. S. Garcia, definitely do appreciate the super chat and hype sticker. That's awesome. Yeah, I keep losing everybody too. No connection. Back online. All right, guys. I don't know what's going on with our Wi-Fi. We are probably going to actually have to cancel this live stream. I don't know what's going on. Something's up. Scan family, I see you. Well, we'll continue to go until it doesn't work anymore. I do want to say thank you guys for pushing our videos. We are over 7,000 subscribers now. Definitely continue to share that on your social media and stuff like that, guys. All right. It does help the channel out. If you are new here, check your subscription. Make sure that you are subscribed with the notification bell. We have a large majority of our subscribers without that notification bell, so they never know when we are actually live or doing a video. It actually showed me to have more than one power source. Yes, definitely more than one power source. I like keeping a regular generator on hand because, let me move the tripod again. All right, I like to keep a generator on hand because it's instant power. We do have solar, guys. All right, but solar only stores battery. It only stores power to the battery when there is sun. Okay. Now with our solar panels, we still make a draw off of power, even if it's cloudy, but it's not as much power as what we usually take in. But we also have battery chargers so that we could always fire up our generator and charge up our battery banks while we're running other things. So having a generator is definitely very smart to do. We have wind turbines. We have an 800-watt wind turbine. We are planning on that for Wyoming because it snows a lot. All right, between generators, propane, wood stove, and we've got a wood stove. Between all those things we have a way of generating power. I did see a comment about generators. Generator wouldn't work in their living situation. I'm guessing because they're talking about an apartment complex. All right, now when there is a power outage, just like I've done in hurricane, when we had the hurricane come through Central Florida, there, everybody was out of power. All right, fire up your generator. All right, don't fire it up inside. I mean, that's common sense. I don't know why I have to repeat myself on that. And I see other people don't start your generator inside the house. That's common sense. If you fire up your generator inside your house, it's called Darwinism, natural selection. I'm sorry, I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm not. Okay, it's common sense. Exhaust. Okay, I mean you should know that. But yeah, oh I can't believe you said that. I don't care. Common sense. All right, it's supposed to be prepper. You're supposed to be smart. All right. So with generators, like our generator right now, we got it chained. It is chained up to a 4x4 post. The only way you're going to get that off is if you have bolt cutters to cut the lock or the chain. Okay, so if you have your generator running in the parking lot with an extension cord running up to your apartment window, guess what? You got power. Now, make sure that you have your generator somewhere where you can look down your window and see it in case someone tries to mess with it, but you still have a way of generating power. Odds are the most problem you're going to have is somebody trying to plug in an extension cord there too. Just walk down there, unplug it. Smart chain generator. Kids may not know that. Train the kids. Total T. Good thing. Um, I don't. You know what? Maybe some kid will try to bring a generator into a house and fire it up. I doubt that. I mean, if you're a parent and the power's out everywhere, I mean, you should be there with your children. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully, people are training their kids. That's why they're supposed to be parents. But yeah, I'm not going to carry on too much on that because the fact is, just like the tearing out park benches out of a park because the wood was treated with arsenic or whatever, and children are gnawing on park benches. Now we have to tear all the park benches out of the parks in Florida because they were treated with arsenic or other treated material that ingested you will get sick. When you have your child gnawing on the park bench while you're sitting there or talking on your phone, that kind of falls on the parents. It's not up to everybody else to protect somebody else. Worry about your youngin'. Teach them right. All right. I mean, your kid's gnawing on the park bench. But then again, with our new generational stuff, I mean, we got our new voters and our new people that are going to go into politics within the next 10 to 12 years. They are the generation of the Tide Pod challenge. They are the generation of the Kiki challenge. They are the generations of morons. Yeah, there's truth and fact for you. That's what we're facing. We're facing people that stick Tide Pods in their mouth. All right, so can you still have solar panels without batteries? I think you need an inverter. You will need batteries for your solar power. Your solar that's coming out, the power coming from that solar is not a constant flow of voltage and amperage. Okay, it oscillates a lot. It depends on the intensity of what you're getting. So that goes into a charge controller, and that charge controller sends a certain power supply to your batteries. You need a charge controller from that solar panel. You got to go to charge controller first, and then from the charge controller you go to your battery bank, and then to an inverter. Trying to hook up directly to a solar panel and hope for the best. You can have an oscillating power supply, and I mean, you're talking about DC current. It's not producing AC current. All right, so if you're trying to run a blender off of just a straight solar panel, it's not going to work. You're running DC electricity into an AC equipment. It's not going to work. Okay, so MG Toe, good to see you, man. I ain't seen you in a while. Good to see you, buddy. Joshua Prepper, good to see you, bud. If your kid is gnawing on a park bench, you got bigger problems than power. Well put. Well put. Um, all right. So let me scroll through here. All right. Trying to get caught up in the chat. Hope we don't lose connection again, guys. I do apologize for that. And I saw in a recent post, if you walk away from the phone TV, let the stream play. MG Toe, definitely do appreciate that. Yeah, yeah. Viewer duration does help out a lot with the channel. When the channel gets clicked off as soon as it starts, it hurts that video bad. Free gas from decomposition. Let's see what that was. It's good to have a methane generator for backup like propane or gas. Well, I do not know anything about methane generators since I have never seen one or never put my hand on one, so I really can't comment on that one. I only talk about things that I actually do know about, and I don't know anything about that one. Like the gasifiers. I like the idea of a gasifier using wood gas, gas from wood, but I don't know the process just yet because I have not seen any schematics that I can actually look up and check out myself. Okay, now I'm really confused. I guess solar is not my future. Solar is real simple, Laura. If you have to have a solar panel produces DC current. All right. Now that DC current has to go to a charge controller, and from the charge controller, it goes to your battery banks. That charge controller keeps your battery banks from overcharging. It keeps the charge from dissipating at nighttime because if you get solar panel directly to a battery without a charge controller at nighttime, your power will bleed out of your panels. Then you'll wake up with dead batteries. So a charge controller works for that. It also works to organize the current and everything going into that battery so you're not burning up your batteries. All right, let's see here. Like I said, Sherry, I don't know anything about it, so I don't have any comment on it right now. I have to take a look into methane generators. I don't know. I'm not sure if they're any good, if there's any pros or cons with it. I have to take a look at it. All right, so trying to open up some questions here because I had a lot of questions about winter and things like that. All right, guys. If you don't have generators, you don't have solar, you don't have a kerosene heater, you don't have kerosene lights, you don't have any way to. There's no need, Sherry, to send me an ad for the methane generator. I know what they are. I just haven't done much research into them because they're not something I've actually been pursuing. But I will be looking into the actual designs of them instead of the sales ad of them. Because the sales ad, unfortunately, with a lot of products, is just that, just to get you to buy it. It really doesn't show you the mechanical breakdown and how actually well things work. So I like to look at the behind the scenes, mainly because I'm a mechanic and I know how to reverse a lot of information as far as designs and stuff. And if I'm looking at something and it's just not feasible, or it's more trouble than it's worth, I just move on. All right. Can you put a solar panel in a window to charge? Yes, you can. But for solar panels to work more effectively, they have to be positioned at an angle of for the sunlight. Just putting it up in a window, flat against a window, you're only getting so much power. You're not getting the full potential amount of power, is what I should say. But yes, you will draw power doing that way. South Florida, what is the basic cost for solar like what you have? We've invested with all the batteries. We have invested less than $3,000. The panels, they're about 80. I think they're $80 a piece when we purchased them. They're 70 some dollars, $80. The inverter was 300 and change. The batteries, the large batteries we have are 160 some dollars a piece. The charge controllers. So yeah, we got less than 3,000 invested in it. Now we do have more panels in storage, but that's what we're using on the trailer right now. The ones on in storage, that's going to go in Wyoming. That way we can actually build an actual array. Angle of the sky, that's why most are tilted up. Yeah, and you can check your area. They've got plenty of information online that you can take a look at, and it'll tell you the optimal angle to, you got to change it between summer and winter. Just depends on how the sun is projected on your location. But if you're trying to get some type of power, yeah, you can put it up against the window, but it's not optimal. You're not going to draw the full potential. Tennessee Tactical One, I'm so interested in solo after watching you. I have a starter panel. Yeah, you can always start small. You don't have to sit there. I mean, we started small. We started with the Harbor Freight panels to begin with, and then we moved on. Once I learned the system very well, we just started moving on. We started getting better, stronger, more powerful panels, better inverters, better batteries, and you can just continue to build. You don't have to have everything all at once. You can always build and upgrade. So you can start small and slowly work your way up. North Shore Preparedness, how's it going, bud? Good to see you. All right. I looked for Solar for Dummies info so I don't get ripped off. If that is the book, I've actually read that book. It was good. Okay. When you get an inverter, though, make sure it's a pure sine wave inverter. Your appliances will last a lot longer. If you're using just any old inverter, it, your AC equipment is not gonna you're gonna wind up affecting them more. So get a pure sine wave inverter. It's a little bit more expensive, but it lasts a lot longer. Okay. Your septic gives off methane. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't know enough about the methane stuff right now. I have to research that. I don't know. Uh Scrolling through here. All right. So what was I discussing? Oh, the winter outages and stuff. You don't have generators, you don't have solar, you don't have stuff like that. Sorry, I was just reading a comment. If you don't have stuff like that, there are other mitigation things that you can do to actually keep yourself warm. I mean, having plastic sheathing for one. Growing up in North Carolina, we got sleet storms, snowstorms all the time. Before winter came, we always sealed up our windows with plastic sheeting just to help keep, especially older houses, keep the draft from coming in. You creating an extra barrier so that wind is not blowing through your house. Having extra warm blankets and stuff. Now, if you got a small generator, hey, that you can run, electric blankets work great. Small electric space heaters to work great. But if you don't have a generator and stuff, you need to invest in like sleeping bags. We shown Ryan, he had sent that SOL for us to do a review on the emergency bivy. Works great. Actually, we pulled it out and we were camping with it. I did an overnight camp out there in the field with it, and unfortunately it was summertime, so I had to get out of it. And basically, it's a emergency blanket that is designed. This one here was designed for two people, and yeah, it produces heat, keeps your body heat in there. Um, Candles, candles work great. You have to work on. You can do a lot of things with candles. A piece of metal that's heated radiates heat. Okay, so if you have something that you can safely build, and maybe I'll build something. Maybe I'll build something to show y'all what the actual easy way of doing this. But setting these candles underneath it, and it generates heat on that piece of metal, which actually radiates heat. And that way, you're heating that up, and it works as a thermal heater. I mean, it works as a heater. There's many different ways to do it, but you'd have to close off your house. All right, you can't have every door open and things like that if you're planning on trying to warm yourself and you have no electricity. Start sealing things up. Like I discussed before, people say get a tent. Yeah, if you have a way of generating heat, yes, put a tent in a room. You can lay down in that, especially if you have a small heat source. That works. Don't put a candle inside of a tent. Anything can happen. You don't want that tent catching fire. You don't. All right, don't do that. Let's see here. All right, scrolling through. Laura Larson, yes, please build something like that. Yeah, you know what? I think that would be our next project. I was gonna build a. I got schematics for a battery-free flashlight using the. You ever see those shake flashlights? You know they're not the best, but they produce electricity. I've got actual schematics on building one of those. I was gonna do that, but I think I might do that because it's very simple, easy to do, and practically anybody can build it. So nothing hard to it. All right, scrolling through. Terracotta heater is popular, Gene W. That you may have somebody else mentioned that terracotta. That may have been you last live stream, and I have not got around to looking at that just yet. I recognize the name from somebody here on chat, and it may have been you mentioning it. I have to take a look at that. All right, scrolling through, and yeah, it is chilly here. It's like a little under 50 out here. Thankfully, the wind is not blowing. Yeah, it's chilly here, 50 degrees. Yeah, but when you go from 86 and as soon as it gets dark, it drops to 50, it takes a while for your body to adjust. Wintertime here is like summertime in the cold states. Let's see here, scrolling through. Most of the time, I hate living in California, but sometimes I don't because of great weather here. I lived outside of Sacramento, and we had some cold winters when I was up there in Northern California. Yeah, we got some cold weather there. All right, scrolling through. Centaur, good to see you, C.F.P. Moving down your way with the fam soon. I am definitely moving out of Florida. Um, we're leaving the end of summer. We are picking up stakes and putting the trailer back on the road, and we are getting away from Florida. We're going to finish this summer job here. I'll be working 2 jobs plus YouTube here, and we will be heading out. We won't be doing Wyoming till next spring. That's just the way it is. It's just we can't do it right now. We've been having to redraft everything as far as our blueprints, but the fact is lumber has gone through the roof, so we're having to redo everything. The first part of the bunkhouse was designed very minimalist, and it was in a budget. And now, basically, with the lumber prices, it's going to cost 4 times as much. So, with that in mind, we are just going to continue what we're doing right here, and then we're going to be moving to a better spot. When I lived out in Arizona before, I worked out at the copper mines. We had done all the maintenance and stuff on their equipment. So I'm working with them and trying to get my old position back. If not my old position back, at least just a welding mechanic job over there, just doing repairs. Let's see here what we got. All right, scrolling through. All right, Gene W. Did you see the magnetic generator patented by Tesla in the 1800s? No, I have not seen a magnetic generator. I would definitely look it up because I know Tesla's work is actually available with schematics online. You can actually get hold of that. What do you think about it? I will definitely take a look at it, Gene W. That'd be interesting to see what the mechanics of that is. Tennessee Tactical. Can't wait to see the Wyoming Stead. I know it takes time. Yeah, it does take time, and we just got to make sure that we do it correctly because I don't want to be. I lived out there before. I worked out there before. The wrong move, we're screwed. So we're just making sure we don't do the wrong move. WB Nature's Bounty Homestead. That's your new channel name. I could have paid for a new truck by now. At least I don't have a payment. Yeah, I've never bought a new vehicle. I bought within 10 years. I will not buy a new vehicle, especially the newer ones. I don't have the ability to work on the new ones because I don't have the computer stuff necessary. I used to work for dealerships. I worked for mechanic shops all over, and when they started pushing really hard, it was early 2000 when I finally gave it up. It's just nah, nah, it's not for me. I like the old vehicle, something I can work on, easy to diagnose, and just go with it. Let's see here. I did go out to the storage facility yesterday. I think it was yesterday. We had to drop off a whole bunch of rice and stuff, just to make more room because we have different locations we put food. And I did bring the camera with me. I was going to film, kind of show you some of our supplies, and I can't. Every time I tried to film, the camera picked up something that gives away exactly what storage facility we use. And the more I researched and looked at the footage that we filmed, um, there's a lot of telltale signs that if anybody that uses the same type of storage facility we use knows what's there. So we won't be doing that. Just call me West Virginia. Everyone will. All right, no problem. Hey, Snafu Snaps 2. Snafu's here. Snafu is here. The optics are high. Stay safe. Much love, C.F.P and Peeps. Hashtag Truthio. Snafu, good to see you, buddy. I see that you're under Snafu Snaps 2. That was his secondary channel since he had so much problem with the platform on his first channel. I don't know if you ever got back to your first channel or not, man. OPSEC, Tennessee Tactical. Yeah, I mean, we were going to do it just to have a video on some of our preps. We can't. I mean, maybe I can pull it all out and do it here, but yeah, it wasn't feasible. There was too many telltale signs of our location for that storage, and I didn't want to do that. My screen just turned sideways. Come on, you stupid phone. There we go. All right, so now I can read the text. All right. Funny how I ran. Okay. Actually, we will be wrapping this up a little bit because I was dressed for sitting in the truck and not on the porch. All right. But yeah, guys, on our normal videos, our normal prep videos and stuff, some people don't have social media. I get that. For those that do have social media, please link it out, share it. It helps the channel grow. The more people that are watching the videos, the better off our channel does. It really does. We've had a rough month on our channel. It's just dealing with the platform and everything else. So we have been sitting. I've been talking to the wife. We're not going to do fear porn. Just not going to do it. But we will be taking scenarios and talk about how to prepare for them, kind of like we did with the nuclear fallout, the nuclear power plant meltdowns, and how to prepare for certain things. That's where we're going to be going towards. If we see a headline that people should do certain things to prepare, we're going to start doing stuff like that. I can only show so many weekly preps videos. Every time I go to the grocery store, that's about it. I mean, that gets kind of boring. It really does. Steeper motor is a magnet generator. All right, scrolling through. Yeah, my hand got cold. Good old arthritis. Yes, I do have arthritis. All right, scrolling through here, guys, just trying to figure out what else we need here. Some vehicles just aren't built to last. That is true. Newer vehicles are definitely not built to last. They're designed to be traded in for a new vehicle every couple years. He could get logging done with trees on property. Have to look into here to finish a pole barn this year. LB. I wish that we had trees on our property. We don't. We're in the Great Basin, the Continental Divide. there are no trees in our area. It's all prairie land. It's a lot of free roam cattle and stuff like that out there. We will be growing our own trees. We'll be starting, and we're not growing from seed. Trust me, it is a pain in the butt trying to grow a tree from seed. It's much easier to buy the saplings, the tree leans, whatever you want to call it, and grow greenhouse that way. And then when they mature enough, put them in the ground. So we will be having to do that. All of our lumber for our wood stove, we are having to purchase and bring in. And as it turns out, it's cheaper to buy our lumber out of state and then bring it into Wyoming. And also, we have the ability to burn coal. So I made a coal grill grate for our wood stove. That way, the coal is actually off of the belly of the wood stove. That's one of the big problems with burning coal. And I've got to design. I probably have to cut and build a shaker system with a dump for the wood stove to dump the ashes. We can easily just scoop it out, no big deal. But since I'm a welder and fabricator, I'm just going to modify it so I can actually catch the ashes and dump it without having to scoop it out all the time. Scrolling through here. Let's see here. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up again. A little chilly. I was planning on doing this in the truck, so we're going to hang out a little bit longer, but I'm not dressed for it. This is just a denim shirt. Yeah, a little chilly. Anyway, guys, good to see every single one of y'all. Like I said, we'll be expanding a lot of our videos to be covering more things that are going on, but we're going to be covering how to prepare for those things, not just run an article out for you. So, anyway, guys, there's nothing wrong with those channels that show the article. Most of them are news channels, and that's what they're there for. I am working with another channel. I can't tell you who just yet. I'm going to let them make the announcements on that. So I am working on some filming and stuff for them because they have a project dealing with survivalists and preppers and stuff like that. And we'll be putting some information out for other people on their show. So keep your eyes open for that. When that becomes available, I will definitely let you know. But I can't let the cat out of the bag just yet. So anyway, guys, y'all take care, and we will speak to y'all later.